Welcome to today's webinar. We'll be learning about MackinVIA. MackinVIA is an ebook system used by Amana Academy. Today we're going to focus on how to access the system and locate an assignment. Let's get started. To access MackinVIA, you'll need to follow 3 simple steps. First, you'll need to open your web browser and navigate to MackinVIA.com. Second, you're going to be selecting Amana Academy in the drop-down menu and then entering your student ID number and your date of birth. Lastly, click Login, and there you go, ready to enjoy an ebook and find your newest assignment. Let's give it a shot. You'll know that you've reached the correct MackinVIA.com website because in blue, underneath the login boxes, it will say Administrator ? This indicates that you are at the student page. You'll start by selecting Amana Academy Media Center. If for some reason it shows a different location, just click Not Your Location and search for Amana Academy. You'll enter your student ID number. This is the same ID number that you use for iReady and FastBridge. You'll also type in your password. Your password is your date of birth, a 2-digit month, a 2-digit day, and a 4-digit year. Remember that we do not use dashes, slashes, or hyphens in our password. Then click Login. Now you're inside of Amana Academy's Media Center MackinVIA page. You can tell that you're logged in because it'll say welcome and your name. This little green backpack is a quick way for you to access information. You can see a list of all your favorite ebooks. You can access the notebook, which is full of highlights and notes that you took on the last book you read. You can see all of the materials that you currently have checked out. You can make a request for a piece of material that maybe is already being used by another student, and you would like to request it or place it on hold so that when they complete it, it will automatically appear under your assignments. And assignments is a place where you can see work that you haven't yet opened that teachers have assigned to you. Any new work always appears overlaid on the green backpack as a red dot with a number in it. The number indicates the number of new assignments that are located in MackinVIA. Your Help button will take you to the MackinVIA help screen, which is full of training videos for both students and parents. Help you understand things such as the backpack, which we just went over, the groups, categories, and searching techniques. It's really wonderful that they also have a video on how to take notes and use the various study aids provided inside of MackinVIA. Your My Profile page gives information about your user ID and how to reset your password. If you click Exit, you would obviously leave the MackinVIA website. You have a search box here that allows you to search for various ebooks. It works like any other search feature. Let's type in Beyonce, and you can see that it pulled back 85 different books. The first 18 are displayed here, and it's in order by what is the best match. You can change the order of how these 85 books are displayed. You can place them in order by title, alphabetically, or from Z to A. You can do the same type of alphabetical sorting based on the author name. You can reorganize these book titles by the newest first or by the most popular first. You can also choose to display more than 18 books on a page. You can go all the way to 60 books on a page. If we move to the left-hand menu bar, you'll see a variety of options. First of all, we have our home page. The home page lists a number of pre-curated lists. We have our newest book list, our highest rated book list, top resources. Now, a resource is a database as opposed to a standard ebook. And then some featured categories, graphic novels and books about a particular character or individual. Moving down the left-hand menu bar, we come to the All Resources button, and it's going to display for you all the books and databases that are in the MackinVIA application for Amana Academy. We currently have more than 8,000 titles available to us. You'll see again, you can change the number of resources that are displayed on the page, and again, you can change your sort. You can also change this to a tile view or grid view of books as opposed to the current list view. Going back to our left-hand menu bar, the third button is for groups. Clicking that red group button will show you which group you are currently assigned to. So in this case, Andrew is a 5th grade student, and he's been assigned to the group 5th grade ELA. Any books in MackinVIA that his teachers have assigned him to read would appear here in this particular tile. So you can see when I move my cursor onto the tile that it says there are currently 2 titles assigned to him. So let's click that and look at those titles. So his teacher has assigned 2 different titles. One was a story here, a book about quotation marks. It looks like it might be a picture book. And then also a Black Lives Matter book on protesting racism, which looks like it is probably a chapter book. You can see that there's an icon, a little light green icon under each of the paragraph descriptions for more information. You can click that, and it provides for you on this page all the information about page count, features, reading level. This other tab says My Notes and Highlights. And currently the user hasn't recorded any notes or highlights, or they would show up here. We will come back and look at this feature in a minute. On the right-hand side, we have an Open Now. Open Now is a feature very similar to browsing at a bookstore or a library, where you see a cover that's interesting, you pull the book off the shelf, open it up, and kind of flip through the pages. Nothing that you do in the book at that point will be saved. It is not checked out to you. So if you want to work in the book, make notes, highlights, save a bookmark, then you'll need to first check out the book. You can see by clicking that, it's a very quick checkout process, and it tells you that you have 21 days to return the book. And the book will automatically be returned in 21 days. If you finish it earlier, you can certainly return it manually. The Cite button provides for you multiple ways to cite the title of this text. So if you are doing citations in middle school, you have both the ABA and the MLA formats, as well as the Chicago format. You can add this book to favorites. I don't know why you would want to. It's about quotation marks. But if you were a grammar fan and you wanted to add it to favorites, you would simply click the favorites link. We can now proceed to open this book because any work that we do in it will be saved. And again, over here, you can see that this has changed from just the simple open book icon to an open book icon with the word mine. And that means that it's checked out to you. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now, like any of the ebooks you might have looked at in the past, we do have the left and right arrow keys that allow you to move around the pages. Right. We have a bookmark feature at both the left and the right top corners of the pages. And then at the bottom, you have a way to increase the size or decrease the size. To change the page layout, currently you're seeing 2 pages, right? So a full book screen right there. You can change that to a single page. So depending on the type of device you have would depend on whether you want to see 2 pages or 1 page. Most MackinVIA books also have a play feature, and we're just going to press the play button for you.
6. At the slide, Ahmed told Jane about Trey's new.
So you see that it also highlights the text as it's reading to you. You can choose a number of voices, and you could also select, let's go back and do that again. You can also increase the pace or decrease the pace at which the story is being read to you. There is another menu bar. So not only the one that pops up here from the bottom, but there's also a menu on the left side. So this would be your closed book link, which we're not ready to do yet. We have the notebook feature. So the notebook feature can be accessed two different ways. The first way is from that left menu bar. If there were notes and highlights, they would appear here. The bookmarks we just placed appear here as well. You can delete a bookmark and it's gone. So this is the bookmark, it's still here, and notice that the red version that was here previously is now missing. So there were two ways to see the notebook. This is the first way, and the second way to see the notebook is right here. So you have two ways to access the notebook. Let's put some information in so that there's something to actually look at. We are learning about quotation marks in this book, and here is a quotation. We could cite this, or we could highlight this and use it in an essay as an example of what a good quotation would look like. And to do that, you simply hold down your, well, depending on the type, you have either your shift key, or if you have a touchpad, the lower left hand, usually area of the touchpad to highlight. And we're all set. So this highlighting would appear here in the notebook. There it is. It's telling you the page number, page 11 of 20, the date that you put it in. Currently, it's color-coded as red, and you can certainly change that color coding. To do that, you would go to this little edit button and pick a different color. The color is not for the ink in the white box. It's actually for this little strip of color next to the note that you took or the highlighting that you made. So if you wanted to type in a note here, you could say something like, use this quote in my essay. There you go. And you got to save it, and there it is. You can delete it by using the trash can. So now we look at our bookmark is there, and our highlights are here. This is a great feature. There's different ways you can do this. You can, let's choose, and you can see here that there's an icon that tells you that there is highlighting and a note on this page. So let's choose another page. And let's see, what about, let's say we don't know what the word brown means. Now, just pretend. So you would highlight that, and then you could go here, and it will pop up, okay? So this is on page 14, the part that I highlighted. And it gives you a little bit of information that happens before it and a little bit of information that happens after what you highlighted. And that's so that you can see the word in context. So I would say, remember to look up the word brown after school. I'm going to save it, and there it is. So again, bookmarks, highlights. And really, I might want to change the color of this. This is a vocabulary highlight where this is a quote. So I could do that by editing the color. Right now it's set to red, but let's say all my vocabulary words are going to be purple. And I gotta save it again. And now you can see that the color of my sticky note has changed to purple. Great. Okay, so that was our notebook. Now we have our table of contents. Our table of contents shows the front cover, the back cover, and typically inside of it would be chapters, the glossary, the author's note. This is a picture book, so really all it has is a title page. But in a chapter book, you would see a very lengthy table of contents here, all of which is hyperlinked to allow you to move around within the book. Book information tells you the date it's due back, the title, the author, and gives a brief annotation. Search allows you to search within the book. So Trey is one of the characters. Maybe we want to see every page where Trey is mentioned. So we start here on this page and work our way down, and you can see that Trey is highlighted every time his name appears in the story. Around that highlighting, you get additional context. This is wonderful because if your teacher is talking about armadillos and you don't know where exactly she is in the book, you could type in the word armadillo, and as she's talking about armadillos putting themselves into a ball as a method of defense, you would see the context around the word armadillo and perhaps see something about them forming a ball as a means of defense, and you would know that that is the page she's on. You click it and it takes you to that page. Okay, you can see up here that this is the search feature and it takes you back to the link. So if you were to end up on this page and say, oh, this is not the page she's reading from, you do not need to do a brand new search. You just go back to the search button and choose the next link in the list. Let's go back to the menu. And then we have our citations, which we saw before. Citations allow you to include a source list at the back of your paper that you have written, your essay. And it gives you 4 different formats for that based on what your ELA teacher is asking for. Let's exit the book, and we do that by clicking X. Well, the searching version of the book. Now let's exit the book by clicking X. There you go. And it takes you back to where you're at. Again, the site was the same here as what we just saw a minute ago. If you go back to your left-hand menu bar, you see that you are in the ELA 5th grade group. And if you wanted to go back to your home, you could. You could choose the back button. And that's only going to move you one level backwards so you can see your assignments again. So home to get all the way back to the home screen, and that arrow to simply take you back to the ELA list of assignments. This is a good example. Let's go ahead and check out this book and open now and look at the table of contents and how it's different in a larger chapter style book. Here's the table of contents. And you can see it as cover, title page, and then it has the various chapters, a timeline, and a glossary. So you can switch to a chapter view, and it's going to jump you right to that chapter. Again, you would be able to insert notes, highlighting, and bookmarks. We'll go back to the menu. We can close this book out. Let's return to the home screen. And looking at this left-hand menu, we have now done the home button, the all resources, the groups. Here are categories. Categories, those 5,000 different items we have in the database, are now divided across genres, subjects, and other categories. You can also show just ebooks. Again, you can sort it, you can put it in a tile view, and you can change the number of ebooks that you're seeing on the page. Databases will just show you the databases that are available to you. So ebooks only, databases only. And then we have the advanced searching feature where you could search by a variety of different options. When you are done using a MackinVIA, it's easy to log off. You're simply going to go up to exit and it will take you out and back to the return screen. If you have any questions about MackinVIA or if you need assistance with your user ID and password, please contact Ms. Naveen. Also, remember that those training videos are available for you under the help feature. Thanks so much and have a good day.